I think it has to be cold, right?
I don't know.
No, I don't want to pour magic shell onto my... I guess I can't stop you if you pour magic shell on your tongue. In a morbid way. All right. Let me just catch everyone up. Let me test my audio. Sounds good. All right. So yeah, internet crash. We had a little breakdown. But I think it's okay now. I was planning on going into Sen's Fortress, and then I realized I wanted to be canon. Last time we killed this Titanite demon. Obviously. Because otherwise he'd be here. But we're heading into Darkroot Garden, one of the nicest areas in this whole video game. Yeah. The magic shell poured into your mouth didn't work? It did work? It didn't. Did not work. That makes sense. Why did it hurt? Ah, well there. So, for whatever reason, the path splits here into this annoying little Y, a little V. And this is like a whole area back here. It's also a very good place to plummet to your death, and inexplicably it's night here. Or maybe the cloud cover is so heavy here that it looks like night, even though it's day. See, again, it's Scooby-Doo-esque. Just those mysteriously covered bushes. I don't know what the deal with these guys are. Tree enemies are not very common in Dark Souls. They really only show up here. And this is the only place I can think of them actually appearing. This is kind of weird. There's an illusory wall here that guards a bonfire. I don't know what it's here for. It's not really that long of a walk. Makes the load times a little shorter. But yeah, it's here, you know? It's kind of wild. Anyway, we got this thing that is locked by some contraption. It's big and it's magical. We have this item that is so obviously not a trap. Ignore all the identical things around it. And they even only get up after you pick it up. Honestly, the nerve of them. Yeah, this is Darkroot Garden. It's a very small area, to be perfectly frank, because most of it is either Darkroot Basin, which is the area down there that I didn't really get into, or locked behind that contraption. So this is a fake tree. You can actually see its roots wiggling there. I do, yeah. These guys are cool. These are stone guardians or some shit. They're very tough. Oh. And they have the ability to cast that spell on the player. It's called the Promised Walk of Peace. It's a miracle. The player can get it as well. These look like vines, but they're actually a snake with a powerful poison attack. Hey, asshole, I'm trying to do some nature videos here. For whatever reason, this snake has the most powerful poison in Dark Souls 1. So I'm blowing up my pop filter. Powerful poison. I can feel it resonating in my eardrums. Dear? Can you open this on your computer?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I want to have the replay open. Lovely. Hello, fellow Stone Guardian. So yeah, they're very big, slow, and tough. They're about what you would expect, you know? Then over here we've got a big item. And we have 2 Stone Guardians and 2 Treemans. Yes, please. Oh, 6 Treemans. You really are. Oh, he hit me with it. So yeah, that's Promise Walk of Peace. It makes you slow walk when you're near him. That was excruciatingly lucky. Alright, now get ready for this. The Elite Knight set. This is the stuff that Oscar's wearing, and this is the set on the box. Helm of a nameless knight, perhaps an elite knight of Astora. Although he was loath to give up his undead mission, he perished at the Undead Asylum and went hollow. So that's very obviously not about whoever died in this forest. Oh yeah, this is interesting. Based on the fire-warding heraldic symbol. So that implies that fire veneration is a thing in Astora. Yeah, this is what Oscar wears. And we can medium roll in it. So yeah, that's what Oscar wears. It's the Garb of the Elite Knights. These guys are fantastic because they drop that. That's one of the best items in the game. This area is weird, so if you fall up from up there down to here, this is where you end up. Got another sapient tree. This one's not hiding very well. Like, I can see you moving, bro. I've never known a halberd to cut down a tree, but, you know. Yeah, the Elite Knight is one of the best sets in the game. It's one of the coolest, and it's probably the most iconic besides maybe the Black Knight set. But when people see Black Knight, they're like, oh yeah, those super crazy hard mini-bosses that are on the cover of the Prepare to Die edition. Whereas this guy's like, oh yeah, that's the guy you play as. Elite Knights also end up as, Elite Knights end up with a, this is just a little salamander enemies, they only show up here, they're very rare. They literally show up in this one part of this one area. So you can see there that I got hit twice before I actually got interrupted in the middle of my poke. That's because, oh yeah, they have bad ragdolls. So often you will kick the green blossoms into the pit before you have a chance to pick them up. Get off me. So I talked last time about poise and the ability of an attack to be like absorbed by your armor. Poise is determined by the weight of the armor, I believe. Alright. Pardon me, sir. God, the halberd's damage is really impressive. I've never played with a halberd before. So, this is interesting. Wolf Ring. And also you can see a sneaky little... Oh, shit. Oh, that's fine. You can see a sneaky little item back here. So the Wolf Ring. It's a poise boosting ring, one of the special rings granted the Four Knights of Gwyn. Belonged to Artorius the Abyss Walker. He had an unmatched will of steel and an unbendable greatsword. Tried using mini halberds on trees? I have not. Poison dependent on weight, that's true, but it usually goes up with weight. heavier things typically have more poise, but yes, in this game, poise is in there. At the top of the middle menu, irrespective of, you know, the status, and then you can see your total poise right there. So I have 46 with this on. Yeah, Torius had a lot of poise because he had a heavy armor. I've used more halberds on trees than you would think. Now, granted, I was LARPing and it was made out of foam, but... Yes, curse me. That's a good use of your action.
Dumbass.
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to go back to the thing. It's not that important, to be honest. So, I was gonna show something, but honestly, it's so irrelevant. So, if you go human, there's a NPC summon right here. And she's a little witch girl. She has a big old black witch hat. And she's based off of a Berserk character, like nearly everyone. I believe she's based specifically off of Shirke from Berserk. And yeah, you get her to fight the Moonlight Butterfly, which is a magic-based boss, meaning it's not really good to fight her with a magic user. Yeah. Dark Souls character. Yeah, for those who don't know, Hidetaka Miyazaki fucking loves Berserk. What's that kid's name? Pentoro Mayora? I think that's the artist. So this is the Moonlight Butterfly. This is to teach you about iframes, and teach you about dodge rolls, and magic defense. So you can see that the magic defense of this stuff is okay, but if I were to put on something lighter, that had more magic def, I would be a little better off. And I can roll through the middle of that without taking damage because of a thing called invincibility points. Yeah, the boss has 2 attacks, and she's only done those 2. She's got the 9 split beam. Yep. Beam that splits into a 3x3. She's got the big piss laser. My super laser piss! And she's got the homie... Oh, she actually has 4 of them. Oh, but she's getting tired. We're gonna stab her to death. Let's get greedy. Damn. But yeah, that's the fight. It's a very simple fight. You're probably supposed to come here much earlier, but I didn't. Hey, that's one of the bosses. Yeah, they try to make it a thing in later Dark Souls games where, like, every single boss is this fucking knockout, drag-out fucking fight. But in Demon Souls, a boss is just there to be, like, the period at the end of a sentence. You know? Like, enemy, 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 area, 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 trap, enemy, area, trap, enemy, area, trap. And then, bam, boss, you know? And then you do that 3 times, and the world is done. Or the level is done. No, sorry, yeah, the world is done. You know, 1 sentence is a level in this analogy. And you do that 3 times, and the world is done. And then you do that, like, 5 times, and you beat the game. Demon's Souls progression is very simple. It's almost Mario-esque, to the point where people actually reduce the world names if they don't want to spoil, or they just don't want to type out, like, Shrine of Storms every time. Then they just type out World 3, like it's a Mario Bros. Yeah, and, like, you'll see this whenever we get that PS5 finally. Eventually. I might have to kill a guy for one, you know? I was at Best Buy. I mentioned this yesterday on the last stream, but I was at Best Buy, and as I walked in, there's a sign on the door that says, "We don't have next-gen consoles, do not ask for them." It cracks me up. So, I really wanted to grab this armor before I went to Sen's Fortress, because this is the canon set. It's the one on the box art, and it's the one that any heroic character wears. It's found on that guy in Darkroot Garden, so that guy was a hero. It's found on Oscar, and he gives you the Estus Flask, man. Like, that's a heroic thing. I hate this hill. I hate it so much. Burning passion hate it. I've decided that even if I don't stick with a Halberd the whole time, I'm gonna use it for a little bit. Sorry, I just gotta crush this man. Yes, give me your twinkling titties. And large Titanite shots.
I want to isolate that for something.
Oh god, no. I just realized all the horrible things that I do to myself whenever I play Dark Souls are now on the internet liquid for everyone to see. So, Moonlight Butterfly dropped the Watchtower Basement Key. Now over here is a field and some trees. What's that called? A forest? Yeah, dumbass, it's a fucking forest. But past that's a lake. The lake's got some shit going on in there, but we're gonna ignore the Crystalmen, and we're certainly gonna ignore that gigantic fucking Hydra over there. But let it be known that that Hydra is a thing. He exists. He's gooshing water all over the place. But yes, you are correct. We will ignore this. I like having you here as my producer. It's nice. These Icemen are cool. They are... I think they have an inhibitor. Yeah.
Oh, my life says this.
You could sit closer, it might pick you up a little better. Did you get more ice cream there?
I did.
So,
I always think
this is one of my favorite shortcuts in the game. We used the Watchtower Basement Key we got from the butterfly on this thing. What's up, fucker? It's him again.
Yeah. Of them?
This is the other side of the door, but we've actually seen him from the other side. So if we wanted, we could go back to the Undead Burg from here. This is one of the biggest shortcuts in the game, and it's so cool. Haha! And now that I've gotten back into shape with my Dark Souls stuff... Oh god, that pirouette. That pirouette pisses me off. Because, like, it's not tracking, it doesn't track, and then it tracks all of a sudden. I hate it.
Does he drink too?
I don't believe Havel drinks. Yeah, it's because she's sitting to the left of me, and this is a right-facing microphone. So you can see that Havel has more poise than almost anyone. Because I can poke him with a full damage halberd, and he won't stagger. Because that's Havel's fucking deal. He does not stagger. He is the rock. Give me your ass.
Fucking amazing Havel drink.
I believe there's a Havel that you can fight in the arenas in 2. So, he drops this. This is the best ring in the game. Besides possibly the one that I also already have on. But now I can still medium. Where am I at? Oh, I'm actually not far off. Is that a hit roll? Let me take my shirt off. Okay, that's a light roll. That's fine. I can get endurance with my next level up. Yes. Everyone who's watching, remember the lake. You know, pin that. We'll come back to the lake. But for now, we're going this way. And then we're going to go back to Andre of Astora, and we're going to have him upgrade my stuff, because in addition to getting those large Titanite shards, Titanite is shortened to tit, so I often call them titties, hence Twinkling Titanite is shortened to Twink Titties. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's another one of these guys.
So can you push him off the ledge?
Yes. In the speedrun, you actually run to this guy first. And then, you wait for him to parry, and you kick his ass off the ledge with the parry. So he's got the same type of weapon that I have. He's got a halberd. And he didn't drop it. Oh well. That's a shame. So that halberd is actually also considered to be one of the best weapons in the game. Because,
is that your only chance to get it?
for a while. I believe there's also one at the Undead Asylum. Hey look, this is also one of the best weapons in the game. Jesus Christ.
Weapon you said?
Imbued with magic, which slightly speeds stamina recovery. This makes your stamina go back up quicker, so I can be like, hip, hip. I'm gonna sit my ass down here because I want these souls to go into my body, and I don't want to, miss the chance. I also, don't want to work on the next thing. Alright, level 44. Let's hit it, Elfric. I love the clatter and clank of the armor. So, something I want to talk about with the Elite Knight set. Only the left hand is armored because it's meant to tank up with a shield. Same deal with a shoulder. It's like, hey, this is going to block. Bam, you know? So if you have a shitty shield or you want to double down on it, and then the other hand is left a little unencumbered to allow you to poke or slash a little more effectively. And then it's got this little dagger at the belt that does nothing. And hey, if you saw last stream, you might have seen me poke my head in here. It's the Valley of Drakes. And yes, that's a drake. So they do a lot of damage and they don't take no shit. And they also don't take damage very well. And they can fly and shoot lightning, and considering I'm wearing a bunch of metal on the bod, it's not great for me. Did you know that in real life, getting struck by lightning while wearing a suit of armor is not terrible for you? It's true. Uh-oh. Yep, he just threw himself into his head. They do that sometimes. It's fine, but these are the only places in the game where you can grind dragon scales if you're offline. So, if it falls into the pit, then you don't get their dragon scale. But yeah, apparently in real life, I've never been hit by lightning while wearing a suit of medieval armor. But normally... apparently, it acts as a Faraday cage and pulls the lightning around you and protects you. That was a lingering hitbox. So yeah, this fucking guy, this guy's a real troll to bridge. He's a problem. Oh, you're such an asshole. Oh, there he goes. Flying away. So, coming up is one of my favorite mini-bosses in the game. It's actually one of the mini-bosses with a reused design. Funnily enough, there's a couple of mini-bosses that reuse their design in the same area. But that is the Undead Dragon, or the Dragon Corpse. It's got a couple of names. But this one has a fun story, and it's very indicative about the director, Hidetaka Miyazaki. When you first see this dragon, you're like, ugh. But when they originally designed this thing, it was grotesque. Like, there were maggots teeming in its body. There were just... it was all disgusted and rotted and meaty. Oh, God. But Miyazaki said, no, we have to change this, because I don't like it. That's okay. And they were like, well, Miyazaki-san, why don't you like it? Isn't it like a cool dead dragon? It's like, no. Because you don't respect this thing. You don't feel like what it lost. Which is such an interesting and indicative thing for him to have said.
You want to feel sorry for it, not
yes,
grossed out.
Absolutely, yes. You want to feel sorry for it. You want to see the magnificent creature that this was, and then feel bad for it. Like, when you see, like, well, this isn't going to work because half of the people I know hate horses, but, like, when you see a horse with a broken leg, and you're like, oh, man, you gotta go, you know? Because what are you gonna do? Repair it? Nah, shoot that bitch. Or like a really big dog that's just been raised wrong, so the only thing to do is just put it down. That's what that dragon's supposed to be. So we've got an interesting weapon as well. Sorry, I'm trying to not march myself off a cliff.
That's how I feel about Seath. It was raised wrong, so we gotta put it down.
He kind of was. Well, if you think about it, he was born wrong. So, Astora's straight sword. Likely, straight sword of an unknown knight, likely one of Astora's superiors. High-end quality weapon, the powerful blessing. So you can see that it does miracle damage, that little 120 with that little circle there, and it scales off of faith and requires 14 of this stuff to work. However, I don't actually need faith to use it. And this is interesting. This is also the weapon that Oscar uses. So if we were to go do an Oscar build, the only thing I'm missing is a shield. Hey, asshole. 19 damage, great. Oh, it's bouncing because I fail stats for it, right. That's just offensive. Oh, God, now we got you. Boom. Shaboodles. I will pierce you. Back, woman. Back, I said. So I'm not sure if I'll get the 3 faith I need to equip this thing. Because I do want to do an Oscar build. But, like, fuck, man. That halberd is good. And, come on, it's a straight sword.
You do an Oscar build and then you just got a giant wiener as a sword.
What?
Like Oscar made.
Oh my god, I thought you were trying to make an Oscar the Grouch joke.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm glad you're not. Pop one of these bad boys. Talk to me, baby.
That's a fair ember you have there. I've seen one of those before. It's the ember of a divine blacksmith. Might you consider leaving that with me? I could produce
So now we can modify and make things divine. It requires green Titanite. Yes, he's the only character to properly return from DS1 to DS3.
He's a demigod.
We're pretty sure. So originally, actually, his whole thing was that he was the son of Gwyn. A little bit, honestly.
Don't get yourself neither of...
Ah, shit, I should have framped all my shit off screen. God damn it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Face, and I just got elated. I didn't even know you were streaming. I just saw him on the TV and I was like,
Yeah, Sarah's required by law to like Tramp because he looks like a Jim Henson creature. Even though he's like a war criminal. Minor details. Now let's see the damage of this fully operational battle halberd. It's big. The damage is big. This pleases me. See, I would love to be able to connect my nice mic to this, because I have to use this, like, crappy little headset mic. And, like, this is a good headset and all, but I do have an ASMR microphone that's made for recording stuff.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, that'd be nice of you, yeah. Flying. So yeah, now we've killed the Moonlight Butterfly. Another one down.
That microphone reminds me of USB. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a USB port to the
Yeah, but we'd have to get an extended one. So, also, last time we picked up the ability to get to here, and the second floor key. We've seen this cutscene, so I'm going to skip it. Northern Undead Asylum. It is New Year's. I mean, this is a live stream, so they know what day. I hope they know what day it is. Anyone watching should know. Oh, yeah. If you're watching on the replay, go to my Twitch stream and send me money. What? Oh, yeah, I wondered why all the people were screaming and firing guns into the air. We do live in the United States of America.
Like they're doing with
I've got to say, of all the dirty, dirty things in this game, this one might be the dirtiest. I have already fallen down here, but like, they drop you into a room with a boss. They make it so enemies that are not ads can fall into it. Like, those enemies being here is a mistake. They're not supposed to be here.
And he's ugly.
And he's ugly, too. He is like our cat. With his no genitals and his large swinging belly. There's marking out everyone. The damage is good, at least. But yes. If it hasn't been commented on already, this is the Stray Demon. He's nearly identical to the Asylum Demon. Ah, oh, fuck. Except he's way tougher. Because he's calibrated for you to go fight him way later. I fought him yesterday and I whooped his ass. It was kind of embarrassing. Like, I got so close to killing him and then didn't kill him. But that's on me. That was me being a dumbass. And I don't want to go this way, because I'll have to go through Black Knights. Take them pots. Yep, Black Knight. Honestly, maybe I should get the ability to cast more spells. Alright. Hey, asshole, this is our honorable two-man cool guy duel. The nerve of some people, man. Woo! Sorry. This weapon is amazing. And it is still too heavy for me to wield properly. But let it be known. That thing is awesome. It's a little more of a straight strength build weapon than the quality for the Claymore. The split quality and faith for Astora's. Or the, what is this? Halberd's kind of a quality weapon. It's a little more dex. Hey, look at that. It's a guy who looks like me. It's Oscar.
Birthday present?
No. I don't need one yet. But thank you. So yeah, it's Oscar of Astora. Because he said, hey, get away from me, or else I might, like, go crazy, go stupid, and kill you. Don't want that to happen. But he drops the Crest Shield. So, like the Grass Crest Shield, the Crest Shield is also enchanted. you can see that it has 80% magic resistance, meaning you can block it up and only 20% of magic damage will get through. One of the enchanted blue shields, it greatly reduces magic damage. So yeah, now we can finally fully cosplay as Oscar of a Storm. I also will be able to hide behind the crest shield if I want to go fight that boss again. Because, really, dude? Are you for real? Is this a goof? Is this a goober goof? Whoops. Crest shield. Okay, it's got 100% resistance. Stops arrows. Honestly, shield gameplay in this game in particular is really good. And hey, look, now there's two of these guys. How will I ever defeat them? Well, they're not actually upgraded enemies. Only the Black Knights are, so it isn't really a problem. But hey, we can get over here. We get the Rusted Iron Ring. The Rusted Iron Ring is a little complicated. Needlessly so, in fact, I think. It allows... The description says, like, it allows you to maintain footing in uneven ground. Yeah, improve balance on poor footing. It was used to shackle the guilty. It's rusted and faintly stained with blood. Those who find this strange thing to their liking will find it easier to gain footing on poor ground, such as swamps. So it means that, when you're in deep water or sticky floors, and yes, there's an area with a sticky floor in this game, because they needed that, you will be able to roll and walk normally, without being encumbered or slowed down. Which is kind of weird. You see, like, that little patch of deep water right there? I could have just strode through that if I put the Rusted Iron Ring on. Look at him. Look at this cocksucker. He's just standing around in here being fat. So he's big. But even he can't get through my defenses. Well, besides that. I don't want to drink. Ah, what the hell. Greed is right. I'm kind of broken up that I didn't get the, Peculiar Doll. I'm kind of broken up I didn't get the Black Knight Halberd, although the Black Knight Sword is fantastic. And Twinkling Titanite is arguably a little easier to grind for. There is only one Titanite slab in the game, and there's a second one in the DLC, making it pretty much the rarest thing that is not straight up unique.
Did I get the Halberd on my first try?
The Black Knight Halberd?
Yeah, I think I did.
You might have.
I remember you freaking out about it.
Yes, because that's the speedrun weapon, yeah.
Yeah, you specifically, shut up!
Yeah. I did say that, it's true. Where is this asshole? Oh, here he is. Alright. Take 3. I should two-hand. Yes, this is also based off of the Vanguard from Demon Souls. So you can see that the damage is nothing with that on. And there's one for comparison. Didn't just fuck up and take a hit. Also, the explosion's in front of him, so if you block behind him, it can actually hit you in the back. The explosion is, like, directly in front of his gut. Yeah, it's right there. They actually added a little thing on the floor to allow you to see it. And, like, good on them. See, I just don't think it should have ever been there in the first place. Come on, dude. This is a pathetic showing against this boss. I'm normally not this bad. This is embarrassing. Yeah, I should just kill myself. Reminds me of a song. Oh, we got drunkies on the yard. Yeah, there's someone drunk wandering outside on our yard.
It's snowing so much outside.
Yeah, and it's about fucking time, too.
Yeah.
Excuse me, crackhead.
What we say every morning when we go out for the mail?
Yeah. Well,
You live in the place, Midwest.
Yeah. Thank you for not doxing me. The Midwest is broad enough. Midden Squad says he lives in Michigan. And, like, that's probably fine, right? Bloop. Bloop. Uh-oh. Oh. Right. It's Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
So these chests have been here the whole game. You can go get them. These are essentially New Game Plus supplies. Or, not even New Game Plus, just New Game supplies. Like, oh hey, you want to go invade some people? Knock yourself out. There's also some homeward bones to get back home safer. Cleric gear, and the Lloyd's Talisman. Lloyd's Talisman is one of my favorite items in the game for its description and its ability to kill mimics. Or not even kill them, to just block them. Which I will read along the way. Talisman utilized by Allfather Lloyd to hunt down the undead, blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are cursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocked the recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. I forget what it is, but there's one item in the game. Yeah, wow, I guess it isn't that item then. There's one item in the game that, is it not this one? Sorry, okay. Yeah, there's one item in the game that, mentions that Allfather Lloyd is Lord Gwyn's nephew. No, Allfather Lloyd is Lord Gwyn's uncle. Which means a couple of things. You would think that Gwyn would be the Allfather, considering that he's like the grandpa god. And he fits in with the idea of the Sky Father, like Indra, Zeus, etc. Hey, man. Jesus Christ, man. You'd think that Gwyn would be like the progenitor of man and everything, but the implication is that, like, that's not where anyone came from. And the first hint of that is the little item description. I thought it was that, but it's that, it's an item description like that one, where it's like, oh yeah, Allfather Gwyn, who is the nephew of Allfather Lloyd, who's the actual Allfather, which implies so many things. Like, first of all, that means that Gwyn has an uncle if... Sorry, Gwyn has a father if that father has a brother, so Gwyn can have an uncle. Or possibly a mother, but, you know, one of them. And also, in addition to that, in addendum, off to the side there, Gwyn has not just like a dad, but they must have a father, right? Like, if they're brothers, they must have the same mother and father, right? So Gwyn has a grandfather, and like, we think of Gwyn as this like Zeus-like grandpa progenitor, or not even like Zeus, he's almost more like Uranus. But like, no, yeah, he's like way younger than that. Oh, so this is fun. If you step on the trap, it can hit them in the back. Snake lady titties, they're the breast. So the reason you have poise is so you can take hits and not give a shit. You gotta know how to use it. So I should probably switch back to my light armor. giving a shit. I hate this. Kate can now troll me from anywhere in the world. Kappas! Let's put on small boy pants. Is that enough? Back on me tie. Yes! Penetrate their bodies! Look at the actual chat, not the chat on screen. It'll be a little more obvious. There you go, see? Yeah, that's a, that's just a... That's the emojis that she's typing. Alright, Sen's Fortress. So,
God.
Hey, this is what Sen's Fortress is about. It just sliced my butt cheek off. Oh yeah, Sarah doesn't use Twitch. She doesn't know how Twitch works. That was just embarrassing. So yeah, Sen's Fortress, it's like, this is so implausible. Why the hell would they ever build this? Well, it's supposed to be like this. Sen's Fortress is a proving ground. It is explicitly built to be an obstacle course. It's made to torment undead, and that's why there's all these swinging blades and lightning mages. Oh, Jesus. That's Sen's Fortress, everyone. And hey, look, you can see a Titanite demon down there. So,
that's really a kick in the balls, because it's like, oh, I'm having such a tough time, and then you get kicked off the world, and you see your worst fear.
Yeah, you see, like...
That's what's coming for me. It doesn't get better.
Titanite demons are such a cool idea, and they never brought it back. Like, they brought back the idea of recurring mini-boss that drops a unique upgrade material. But the thing that I wanted them to bring back was the idea of something that has clearly been named. Because the coolest part about a Titanite demon is that they've been cut to pieces. And we're now seeing, like, oh, Jesus God. See, the thing about Sen's Fortress is that you have a much better time with it. You have a much better time with it if you've actually... Okay, fine, I'll just go home. Like, you can look at it shoot style or work style, you know? Because either, hey, we only made one model, you know? Or, you can look at it like, yeah, so the most dangerous parts of them is the opposing leg of their spear hand, you know? Because they all hold their spear in this hand. So if they are missing that leg, then they can't do this one unique attack that their fighting style requires, you know? And if they don't have their head, then they can't see it. So they're blind and deprived of their strongest attack, their fighting style, you know? But no, yeah, it's probably just like Miyazaki made one model and didn't want to fuck with it. Hey, asshole, I'm trying to... Come on! It hit him! You all saw that? It hit him. But it just didn't do damage, it just nudged him. I'm in the worst kind of sandwich. Stupid fucking snakes. But yeah, that's my headcanon for it. That, like, the Titanite catchpole has a specific attack that can only be accomplished with 2 legs. Yeah, this is why people really get demoralized with Sen's Fortress, because a lot of people who don't give up at Gargoyles and, you know, keep pushing through, give up at Sen's Fortress. What's up, fuckers? Come on. What? They didn't step on the trap as well. Okay, that's on me. That was too close. Jesus. There you go. So yeah, Miyazaki is notoriously lazy. Like, he just didn't want to work on Dark Souls 2, but still wanted it to be made, so Dark Souls 2 does not have his name on it besides, like, all the accreditations for guy who originally came up with all of it. Give me these stupid fucking souls back. These nothing souls. So, Sen's Fortress. This is a place that causes people to shut down. So, something interesting. These guys are all using lightning magic. What does that mean? Oh, no. Yes. They're all using lightning magic. Well, lightning magic is a cast using faith. And faith comes from the gods, which means that if they're in here casting lightning magic, they are here on the gods' orders. Another trap, by the way, right over this chest, so you get shot in the mouth. More large titty shards. Oh, fuck, I just realized that I need to go upgrade this more. Actually, no, I don't have enough yet, so I don't have to. And it is upgrading a little bit. Oh, wait, I just remembered. Okay, don't die yet. I need you alive. Oh. Well. Anyway, also, what? Switching to whoever makes up another good point. They aren't dragons. Lightning is always super effective against dragons. No matter what. And hey, this is the other big mechanic of Sen's Fortress. In addition to swinging blades, narrow catwalks, snakemans, we also got balls. Big old big balls. But yes, the thing about dragons is that dragons are always weak to lightning, no matter what, no matter who they are. Oh, that's gratifying. And there's a line somewhere around here. This is a fantastic ring. One of the Knights of King Rendal, one of the well-known, of the many legends surrounding Knight King Rendal, one of the more well-known speaks of him standing down a giant drake and slashing it to pieces. I've never heard of Knight King Rendal mentioned anywhere but here. This is like very classic Dark Souls lore, but it makes you more defensive, which is nice. Especially if you're gonna have a heavy armor build and you don't care about rolling. But yes, there's a line on the Covetous Silver Serpent and Covetous Gold Serpent rings, and I believe the Silver Serpent, or is it Gold Serpent? One of those rings is actually in here. In Sen's Fortress. One of them implies that, snakes have like a thing with dragons going. I believe the line is something like that serpents are imperfect dragons. And like what that means, like, ugh, don't get me started. My assumption is that like dragons are just weak, shitty, mutated or snakes are weak, shitty, mutated dragons. You see that these little balls are actually filling up this hole here. But yes, so the idea of training snakes to use lightning magic, the idea of training a snake to use dragon-killing magic is fascinating. The idea of a thing that is... Come on. So now that they've all stacked up here, we can go into here. And that just goes off into the abyss. Well, actually, I guess I shouldn't say the abyss. Yeah, the serpent is an imperfect dragon. There you go. Wow, a chest. It sure is put at a weird angle, and I hope nothing happens to me when I open it. That would certainly be crazy. So, this is a mimic, as you can see. However, using Lloyd's Talisman allows you to stun them and pick up stuff from them without killing them. And this one dropped the lightning spear. Now, that's interesting. What this actually is a normal spear used just anywhere. But the thing is that it's been enchanted with lightning. And... oh, it's so gross. We've actually, seen, like, divine enchant things. But the thing is, as you may have seen, you need to enchant, or upgrade a weapon to +5 before making it divine. If you wait too long, that keeps going up, and at the ceiling there are spikes. It's a real bitch. But yes, so anyway, you need to get something up to +5 before you can start making it into certain things. However, that's different for every weapon. And the lightning spear, lightning weapons need to be at +10 before you can upgrade them. Meaning that this thing is the equivalent of a +10 weapon. So, this is where the magic happens. Balls come out of the ceiling and are pushed by the little hammery thing onto all our different paths. And that... now that's the safest one right there, to just have it, like, poop out the back of the Sense Fortress. But this will allow us to freely explore everything. And you may be able to see, down there is a little friend that we've missed. It's Pooh Bear. Jodel is a weapon that reaches around shields because it's curved. It is almost nearly unique in this. I believe this dead snake is always here, implying that he killed it. Because, like, he's not weak, he's just dumb.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall. Or a ball, to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak.
So yeah, he's just an odd little boy. Plump.
Perhaps I could try some rolling. Bah, no chance. My head would spin.
Yeah, this guy's a fan favorite. Sometimes more so than Solaire. So yeah, the only thing that you have to do is just run fast enough, but he's just too fat. And then that just spits us out back here, see? Now, thanks to me putting the balls down every path, this is now open. The master key allows me to open some of these. Most of them have nothing in them.
Baby check.
I had to kiss my wife. This guy has a big hat and nipple shield.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
So hollowing only occurs whenever you are stuck somewhere. Stuck in some place. Hollowing was meant to be like a... it's meant to be an allegory for depression, I believe. So as long as you have something to work on, as long as you keep moving forward, you won't hollow. And the thing is, some people have actually hollowed out inside of these cages. If you see the corpses here and there. But Big Hat Logan here cannot hollow because he dreams of getting out too much.
Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm safe. And I'd love to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
See, he'll give us sorcery. Our int is actually int intelligence, the statistic intelligence. We only have 12. I'm not even sure if that's enough for him to like start talking to us. Because if your intelligence is too low, this is a common thing for a lot of different Dark Souls characters, but if your intelligence is too low, they might just tell you to fuck off. Logan's is actually pretty pleasant about it. He's like, oh, don't worry, we all find our own paths, and sorcery just, it isn't for you, my friend, you know? Which is rather pleasant to them, I think. Ah, someone changed it! So yeah, if you leave too long, it'll just go back to a path that is not good for you. Here's the thing, though, if you're cool, you can just run straight up here and into a ball. The ball appears to have multiple hitboxes, which is rather annoying. Which is why you can get hurt multiple times from the same ball impact. Infuriating. So this is actually, in addition to being a bigger weapon, it's also a lighter weapon, which means that I can probably put a shield on. So because these count as arrows, you can block them with a shield, which is important. It helps you nothing for any of the things that shoot into your back, because obviously your shield can't protect your back, but... So this one's pretty bad, but you can see that there is a pattern to it. So yeah, it's not too scary. One of the things about Sense Fortress is that once you build up a good, rhythm, a good momentum with it, or you get enough practice like I have, you can just go straight through. No problem, you know? You can see this guy getting zapped. If he was a dragon, he would take a bunch of bonus damage from that. This is actually a shortcut that I won't take, because it's one way, on account of it being a fucking drop. I believe there's another one like that over here. No, that's just... Yeah, this is... The middle part of Sen's Fortress is often hazy for a lot of people. Yes, again, a lightning spear can only be gotten at a different blacksmith. I've already discussed how certain blacksmiths will make certain things. So, Andre Vestora is divine blacksmith. So he'll make divine items. He'll make, you know, stronger regular items. Lower large shards. Because those are items for humans. A divine sword is a weapon for a human that worships a god. Normally that guy is supposed to be standing here, the little four-armed snake sorcerer. For some reason he decided to come fuck with me. This is the worst one. Because that guy is shooting at me right there. However, there's a little safe spot right here. Usually you'll find a very pleasant person online who will just write save sign using the soapstone. They'll just write save spot and be like, hey, don't worry, man. Get off. Piss head. I love when they take a while to fall. Yeah, and I believe that's the same hole. Sarah, look what happened. That trap went off when you came over to give me a kiss.
Oh no!
It just shot me in the back a couple of times. Alright. So, that's the mechanism that's been running Sense Fortress this whole time. If I die, it won't be. But yeah, it's just a big old giant taking balls out of his big ball pile and putting them in the ball hole. So the annoying thing about Sense Fortress is that currently we don't have a quick way out of it. We've also been fighting a while, but that's kind of irrelevant. Oh yeah. So you can really just start poking with a spear. With a halberd, it's slower, even without the stagger property. But this one doesn't have the stagger property, so I can just start going and keep going. What's up, asshole? Thank you, dear. Lightning also naturally does more damage to enemies wearing metal, because that's how people think it works. Even though, as we discussed, Faraday Cage. Sorry, I had a point earlier. So Andre is the human blacksmith. He makes weapons for humans. Well, got you drinking. Not on my watch. But lightning is a tool used by the gods. It's not for people who worship the gods. Whereas divine is. Divine is for humans that worship gods. Lightning is for gods. And again, we found this lightning spear in Sen's Fortress. Lightning is a god's tool, so the gods have been here. Recall also that this is meant to be a proving ground for undeads. Hey, a big old black spot and a bonfire. How nice. Well, I hope that big burnt black spot doesn't impact me negatively. Hey, we're down with a bonfire though. We're near enough souls for level. Oh well. So yeah, this bonfire is kind of hidden, but it allows you to just do that. It's very nice. But King Sigurfromt earlier in the game is like, you're the chosen undead. You're the only one to ever get this far and ring both bells. The only one to summon me. You're the first as well. He's full of shit, yeah, because we've already talked to Logan, who's downstairs. Any soul item is dropped off of someone who owned that soul. So soul of a hero belonged to a soul. Or, sorry, belonged to a hero, you know? They have soul of a hero because they're a hero, and they had a soul. Because this is Dark Souls. That was a really good block. This is another Baronike Knight. Baronike Knight. One was also seen down below in the church, guarding the Firekeeper soul. It is my headcanon that Baronike Knights show up to block areas that humans aren't supposed to see. To protect stuff from god people. Does hero mean they did Sense Fortress? It means that they gave up in Sense Fortress, actually. Because if we get a hero's soul off of a hollowed corpse in Sense Fortress, that means that they hollowed or gave up in Sense Fortress. Hey look, another guy. Notice that this one's also wearing my armor. This is Prince Ricard. He's well known because of his movesets. He's one of the only characters with a unique named weapon that isn't a boss. But the thing is, a rapier is an excellent sword, but against a spear, well, stat-wise, both of them poke, but a spear's longer. But yeah, that's Ricard. He's a badass who also has the Elite Knight set. And, by the way, another guy who got here before me, Framped. The interesting thing about his... So yeah, rapier, Ricard's rapier. They're very similar, It takes more dex, though. Rapier with intricate decorations. Chosen weapon of the infamous undead prince, Ricard. Ricard's exploits are told in a monomyth. So a monomyth is another name for the hero's journey, both of which are terms that are popularized by the book Hero with a Thousand Faces. It's what Star Wars is based on, but yeah, monomyth. So Prince Ricard was a hero that had a hero's journey, and he made it here. Born into royalty, wandered the lands in a fateful, ill-conceived journey. He became undead and disappeared up north. So, if he became undead and then disappeared up north, it's assumed that, like it says in the intro, he was corralled to the north to await the end of the world like the other undead. But while he was there, considering he's wearing Oscar's set, he probably got picked up on the same undead mission. So Ricard's Rapier allows you to do that, like, Silver Chariot shit, the quick stabs, as opposed to the normal Rapier, which just has big poke. Both are great. In some versions, in some patches, Ricard's Rapier allows you to proc more hits of a certain... Sorry. It allows you to procure more hits of a damage over time effect. I realize that saying proc more dots is a... you know? But yeah, so if you have poison on a normal Rapier, you stab someone once and the poison bar goes up a little bit. Put on Ricard's and you are to them, then it goes up like 6 times in your combo. I don't know which versions of which games that works in, though. I remember trying in Dark Souls 2, and I don't remember if it works. I didn't poison a lot of people. But yeah, this guy, he got here. So we've also seen 2 people that aren't even hollow, because Prince Ricard is hollow. Yeah, Prince Ricard is hollowed, but this guy isn't, so we've now seen 3. Seaguard isn't, and Big Hat isn't either. So those are 3 people who got here and haven't even hollowed out. And we've seen, like, Ricard, who is a, like, well-dressed-up hollow, and then we've seen a bunch of corpses around. So there's been, like, a good 20 people who have gotten here before me. This really reminds me of an area in Demon Souls. It's in Boletaria. It's a big staircase place. Cage key. So normally that's what you need to unlock Big Hat Logan's cage. The cage with a hero soul in it. However, the master key allows you to do it, so why not just have the master key? And so there is no reason. You should have the master key. So hey, another guy who's at Sen's Fortress. Cut back to Framp being like, "You're the first."
What? What? Who are you?
No, he doesn't talk a lot.
Another undead, eh? I took on Sen's Fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out with your soul searching.
So all he does is sell shit that he found in here. He sells large shards, which is useful, and he sells green shards. He sells the greatsword. This thing is great. I don't think it's better than... I don't think that the greatsword is better than the Zweihander in this game. Because the big, like, overhead pancake and smash that the Zweihander has is amazing. He sells Katarina's set. He sells his own armor, which appears to be the stuff that the Baronique Knights are wearing. Yeah. Armor of the Knights of Baronique, known for their armaments and armor. Countless knights, once extolled as the mightiest of mighty, became undead and ventured to Lordran. Their journey was for naught as they went hollow and became a threat to all undead. So yeah. And the Balder set. Armor worn by knights of the ancient kingdom of Balder. It's made from thick iron plates. It was the homeland of Night King Rendal. Oh, that's another mention of Rendal. Interesting. Came to ruin after a great many undead were spawned. And then he sells the other stone plate rings. So we got the flame stone plate. Stone plates are a knight's rings. They allow you to...
Hello. Fine then. Rush in like a naked babe and be skinned alive.
Stone plates are symbols of knights that allow you to protect yourself a little better.
What is it? There's nothing more to say. End of story.
So yeah, he got conned. I got conned. We all got conned. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Hoggies. Watching the replay of that. That happens too often for my... That was stupid of me. Zap. So, let's keep pushing on ahead. So yeah, it is my theory that Veronique Knights are strategically placed in certain places to permit them to guard certain areas. The only other Veronique Knight you find in the game is one in Priscilla's domain, and Priscilla is someone the gods don't want you to see. This is a shithole to fight him in. It's not bad in this playthrough, but I had this one fight where this guy killed me like 3 times. Because, like, it's in a hallway, and he's got a thrusting weapon. He is primed to fuck your face. Come on, man. Big poke. Suck my dick. So this allows you to go under here. I don't know that this does anything. And I took damage and I don't want to drink, so I may as well head back to the bonfire. It's been my theory that use of the bonfire is actually what can hasten the Age of Dark. Because the fire's going out, and all flames are linked. You're going to be hearing fire linking, link to fire a lot. Hey, right. Endurance. Yeah, we're gonna be here. Careful there. The Allfires are linked, and I imagine that reconstituting the bodies of undead and making Estus flasks is part of what tires out bonfires, essentially, forcing them to need to be re-upped, more or less. Hey, look, 2 identical cages side by side. That's weird. Is it this one? So yeah, check this out. Look at this there. Do you ever see this? So you can get in one of these cages, and it brings you down right to here. And now we have easy traversal. Fuck me. Well, looks cute. Theoretically now, we have easy traversal from the top of Sense Fortress to the bottom. We have this bonfire here as well. So as long as we can get to that place on the walk, we'll be good. Oh god. So one of the most embarrassing things that I ever did, one time I was playing Dark Souls around Christmas. My brother, my baby brother, had not turned 1 yet. He was very young. And I had the TV set for normal Dark Souls playing stuff, so it's, you know, normally very dark. And then one of those big old balls full of gunpowder fell down and exploded right next to me. And it annihilated the TV, and it was so noisy. But yeah, I just, like, the noise happened, and I remember, like, feeling, like, so bad, and like, oh no. And then I heard my brother start crying. Oh, come on! I heard my brother start crying in the other room. And that was one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to me. That time that I woke my brother up because Dark Souls was too noisy. Fucking asshole snakes. No, I never got in trouble. Oh, he fell off though. Haha, bitch. So yeah, now we can safely explore more of Sen's Fortress because we've got ways through it without having to fuck my own ass. Follow me. Come on, follow me. Come on. But yeah, that was one of the worst. That might have been as bad as it gets. So, the lightning spear is technically a plus 11 weapon. So, Alfred, why would you want to bother using a plus 10 weapon if the plus 11 one's better? Well, here's why. You can see that the damage is 144 physical and 144 lightning. Damage is cut in half. It's called split damage. Whereas this is just 209. And it's not even as upgraded. And also, split damage weapons in this game do not scale. Whereas this thing is getting a bonus from my dex. So with this, if I'm just going to use the regular lightning spear, I may as well not have all this dex. I may as well have whatever I need to put it on. So 10 and 11, yeah. And then I could have just put more points in health.
Well, hello, you need it.
But I made this to be able to do that. So what I could do is I could actually take it down a peg. And it would change it to this thing. However, that's not exactly great. I would get scaling though, but what I could just do is upgrade. Upgrade my Halberd. Oh yeah, I could also upgrade it with the Titanite chunk I have, but I'll save that. Yeah, now that's maxed out. Cool. And what I can also do is start upgrading this. So you can see that it just goes 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, yeah. So yeah, now my armor is improved precipitously.
Get yourself either.
A little more bang for my buck, you know? Which is always good. Reminds me. We're gonna get into some poor footing right now. Ah, mid-rolling. Fuck, oh well. I guess I'll kind of have to take that. It's not like I can really lose very much. Yeah. Well, maybe I could just take my gloves off. Oh yeah, look at that. Excuse me, gentlemen. Snakemans. And you, Snakeman. Bitch. Alright, now we do this. The fall damage is not awful because, like I said, Dark Souls 1, baby. Drink the drink. You're all sluts. Anyway.
Baby check.
Mwah. So what you can do is, if you land on one of them, it's a lot easier. Also, if you're not a fucking asshole. Oh, that isn't a... What's my fucking weight at? Oh, it's just a little too high. Okay. Pants. Pants are coming off. My crispy little bacon boy legs. See how I slither around? There's not a, as far as I remember, there isn't a great, like, lightning defense shield, is the thing. Because there's a shield for magic damage, which is what I'm using. Oh, come on. As I say, you're all sluts. Drink the drink. Drink the drink. Oh, now you're here too. I hate this fucking place. Sense Fortress sucks. Why am I trying to get down there? I'm just gonna... I don't want you to.
You don't want me to suffer?
No. This fucking place sucks. And the thing is, I could go kill the boss, no problem. I know that 1000%. Not just for my own skill, but because the boss up there is easy, and also the strongest summon in the game is up there.
Let it be known that when you do it for yourself, you're having a really hard time. But as soon as I'm like, you know, oh Connor, could you show me? You do it perfectly.
Yeah.
Girls are watching.
You know what? You're right. Girls are
watching.
watching.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Girls are watching, you're right. Well, that could have been better, but... You know, it literally just took you reminding me that girls are watching. You're alive?! Or I am to spear up your ass. I love that they look at their hands for a second, and then they're like, what am I doing again? They're the best. They're the best. Taking them away in Dark Souls 2 is probably the biggest mistake that game made. Ah, you're a slut. Yeah. That was literally all it took. You said girls were watching, and I was like, you're right. So, oh, God.
Forgot about him, huh?
I did. Forgot about Dre.
You didn't forget about you.
Yeah, you're right. The thing is, killing him now is unnecessary, because what I really want is this little piece of stairs past him. But yeah, there's actually like 3 of those fucking things down here. This is one of the worst areas in the game. Like, the bottom of Sen's Fortress, like, it's sticky, so you either have to slow walk and fat roll. Anyone play Snake Eater, by the way?
Pardon?
Did anyone play Snake Eater, by the way? This is one of the most pathetic illusory walls in the game, because it's not even a wall. It's like an illusory plastering. Hey, dude. So yeah, you can just see them run around down there, cavorting. So yeah, this is the front of Sen's Fortress. This is where that guy raised up the wall. Raised up the little grate.
And he's a friend, and he'll never hurt you, ever.
Oh god, he just bended me like Beckham.
Ooh, it's been a while since I heard that.
That's a name I haven't heard in a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Damage is not high.
Yeah, she underbelly did.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you manage?
I don't know.
Those are watching the amazing.
See, this is the thing that giants do that's like their saving grace. They'll just get real tired and they'll just like lay down for a couple seconds. That's what I do, you know?
A lot of things in Dark Souls 1 happen to do that.
Yeah, it's something they really stopped doing later on.
It's before things got really serious.
This has to be the hardest video game ever, rather than this has to be like the new Castlevania.
I have to take my naps when the music here.
So yeah, these guys drop chunks, which is one of the earliest places in the game you can reliably get them. However, that's a mini-boss, so he doesn't come back. So you can't actually reliably get them.
Good drink.
Woo!
Oh, Connor.
What?
Could have taken the stairs.
Nah. You notice that this guy's missing health because he tried to walk through the blades? Actually, you know what? I may as well just top off. Keep going. Like I said, actually, I'll go back and I'll human up.
What's the boss do?
You don't remember him?
No.
You have a very good reason for not remembering him. He's a real piece of shit. He is. Yeah.
Can you do anything with that jump right now?
Not right now, but later. Yeah.
You can't rank up with that little souls, can you?
Nah. I'm at level like 45, I want to say.
Ow.
Well, I did some stuff out of order. Yeah, 45. I actually have already killed, Ceaseless Discharge. And Pinwheel.
Hard boss.
I actually killed Pinwheel immediately after killing, after getting to Firelink Shrine. I really gotta remember the backstab no jutsu, because it's so busted in this game. Shields are really good in this game.
Well, they are, but yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Like, shields are made almost worthless in DS2, I feel. Like, I really stopped using shields because of DS2. And then, so when I played DS3, I didn't use a shield again.
I mean, the test shield you had in DS.
Well, yeah, but like an actual shield to defend yourself with. To block. Because, like, putting the shield on your back is basically just another ring, but actually using it is a different story. Pardon me? I can't believe how effective that is. Where's this guy? He fell off. There's supposed to be a snakeman here.
He knew girls were watching. He couldn't take the lead.
Yeah. That's how it goes. So yeah, if we were to start dropping down below, we would actually have access to a bunch of dumb shit. Oh god, I'll go in. No, I won't. Or will I?
Will you?
You know, I'll just show how to do it. This grate right here, you can see that you can start dropping down. And from up here, you can continue to drop. Until you reach the bottom, essentially. This is a Balder Knight who just has a crossbow, so he's just standing there being told the bridge. There's the boss. So yeah, very short area when you get down to it. It's kind of funny. Like, I know that this is kind of a weird way to judge it. But if you took out all the enemies, traps, death drops, falls, and the confusing inner layout, it's only like a 2-minute walk.
Okay, do the giants get tired after their tantrums?
Yeah. They have to do the big combo and then they get tired.
So it's this game where giants are still prevalent, or even in this game, are there like no giants?
In this game, giants are rare. Oh jeez. Yeah. Oh. We getting a big boy tantrum?
Oh, he gonna do it. Oh, that's an awesome overhead.
Oh yeah. The Halberd is an amazing weapon. Like, cause right now I can't be bothered to like focus on him. Like I can't bother to aim.
See, I have this weird thing where I play, and I'm like, if I use a long-range weapon, I am a coward. Not that anyone else is a coward, just me.
So you can destroy these balls, which reveals that they're hollow and made of, like, fondant.
That is an excellent way to describe it. But every time I hear the word fondant, I think of Cake Boss.
I also think of Cake Boss. That's how I learned what fondant was.
But also,
It's like eating a candle.
The people who make fancy cakes, do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy all that fondant in your mouth?
So, this guy. Iron Tarkus. Again.
Iron Tarkus was taken.
Another fucking guy who has made it here before me. And not only has he made it here, he set up shop. He put down his summon sign.
Iron Tarkus.
So, the boss coming up, you can actually see him from a little further on the bridge. There he is. He's the Iron Golem. He's a big guy. He's made of iron. He's an artificial being. What, now?
Not really. You did one after a victory, so if you will.
Yeah. So I don't do a lot of damage to him.
That's actually not too bad of damage.
No, but the thing is that it's meant to be like, hey, he's made of some iron, you know?
Yeah, like, he's a real big badass, you're gonna have a hard time.
But here's the thing, right? For whatever reason, Iron Tarkus has 50 points in strength. He is the second strongest summon that you can get in this game. Oh! So you can see that he can actually pick you up and throw you. It doesn't actually matter that much. Yeah, but the thing is... Oh, there we go. Now it's up. Ah, well. So if you do that when he's on a bridge or near a ledge, the Iron Golem just falls the fuck off. And so there's this excellent playthrough, it's the Veterans playthrough, which I recommended last time, where Wooly summons Iron Tarkus, and then walks to there and just then leaves. Like, he walks to here, and Iron Tarkus just starts pounding on him, and knocks the boss off the platform without really having to try. So, Core of an Iron Golem. This is...
Big salute, hold on. A big salute.
Oh, yeah.
Victory!
Let's have some fun.
Victory set! Look at check.
So, Core of an Iron Golem. This is interesting. It's not a soul, it's a core. Soul serving as the core, so it is a soul, but it's a core of an Iron Golem. Guardian of Sense Fortress, and Slayer of countless heroes seeking Anor Londo. Originally a bone of an everlasting dragon. What the fuck does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. You can burn dragon bones to make them into pure souls to power things. Ring of Light.
Oh, yeah. What about those veiny legs? At least they're not crispy.
At least they're not. These are Batwing Demons. Despite their name and appearance, these guys actually serve the gods.
How do I think of Devil May Cry when I see these guys?
They look like Empusa from DMC5, the ant monsters. Oh man, Anor Londo still looks amazing. I know that this is the remaster, but fuck, Anor Londo looks good. Ah, Anor Londo, a town entirely populated by cathedrals. So, Anor Londo, City of the Gods.
Where the fuck is God?
I don't know what Anor Londo means, but Londo is used as a term to mean city in Dark Souls a lot. So, New Londo, Anor Londo, Londor. There's a bunch of things that sound like it. So here, these are one of the guardians of the gods. I forget what these guys are called. I think they're sentinels, and they're not statues. Oof. But yeah, they're real spicy dicks.
They're very professional about kicking your ass.
Yes. That attack is amazing. As long as you're behind them, you get so much time to wail on their butts. Yeah, there's two more here, and a statue of a big badass with a spear. Wow. Somewhere around here coming up is the Crystal Halberd, which is the weapon I'm actually going to switch to. Because it's the same upgrade level as the thing in my hand, except it's crystal, so it does more damage. You're really gonna do that to me.
Are you off by a little?
I'm off by like 200.
Oh.
That always happens here. It's this bonfire where you gotta go lick guys.
Maybe I'll be extra close.
I'm off by 3. Suck my cunt. Good night. Sleep well. Happy New Year. Hey, I got 5 viewers. That's cool. I'm gonna just go by that.
Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo.
So she says the lost city.
If you seek Lord,
It looks pretty nice though.
exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you.
So this lady's a firekeeper. Neat, huh?
She is possibly, in all 3 Dark Souls, possibly the coolest firekeeper.
Yeah.
And like all the other firekeepers, you know, awesome, amazing, beautiful. But are they cool? I don't know.
Nah.
I can look at that girl and be like, that's a bro.
Yeah, her name is the Dark Moon Knightess. And she was my bro, in fact. When I very first played Dark Souls, and so, like, it kind of gets stuck in my head as, like, what my character is, I was one of Gwendolyn's knights. And so is she. So we both worked for Gwendolyn. And yeah. Gwyn's children are all named, Gwyn's children that we know about are all named Gwyn something, so Guinevere and Gwendolyn. Also, hey, it's a gargoyle again.
But this time in gold.
Yes, because it's Anor Londo. It might actually just be the same color, but the lighting just makes it look like it's brass plated instead of, like, shitty gray shit.
You really gotta show you what he's worth with that little skill he does.
Yeah. So, in case you missed it, this is a chance to get the rare drops from them again, because the gargoyle actually has a chance to drop an item called the Gargoyle's Halberd. It's not a good weapon. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rare drop. That is the moveset of the Black Knight Halberd. It's not amazing. He also drops the Gargoyle Helm, which is, here it is. It looks cool. Fucking heavy, though. Actually, why not I just let my face go? I want you to know I spent almost 0 time. So you might think, hey, I should go forward. But that's actually nothing, as you can see. So we'll go back. So this is something that, like, I hate, but can appreciate. Because you see this, like, big, sweeping, grand, majestic, golden city made of marble and bronze. And, you don't actually go down there. Demon Titanite, more of it. Yeah, down there, you don't go down there.
Pit.
Yeah, that's a pit. You'll die if you go there. So what you actually have to do, there's like 2 or 3 buildings that you can go through, and then you can, for the rest of it, you just bullshit your way across the outside of it, which I kind of like. Yeah, all of this, it's really that building right there, that tower right there, and then this cathedral on my left. All of this, the rest of it is nothing. Yeah, you bullshit your way across the outside. See, you gotta run up this little catwalk here. And then, coming next is speedrunning Poison in one of my least favorite areas. So if you go up too far, you can't go off. So you have to edge it just a little bit, and you don't fall within the thing. You have to walk off of it, and then you're safe to not fall off. And if you touch there, you just slide off into the abyss and die.
The funniest thing about Dark Souls is that everyone remembers it fondly. Oh, I love Dark Souls. And then you see them play it, and it's like, oh, I fucking hate this part. Oh, this part's awful.
Yeah, right. So this broken window, it's fucking just broken-ass window. Hey, man. Oh, my butt. Oh. Poor guy. These are the Painting Guardians. They're called that because they guard a painting. We're actually directly above that painting, so we cannot see it from here. But that weapon that they're carrying is the weapon with the longest name in Dark Souls, the Painting Guardian's Curved Sword. It's also one of the best dex weapons ever. It is fantastic. So, these are the rafters. Some people put these on the ticker as their own separate little thing on a speedrun. Like, because normally on a speedrun, the only things that you'd have would be, like, bosses. This thing is a boss.
Girls are watching.
Girls are watching, you're right. I love how you're so high up you can't even hear the noise that that's supposed to make.
Oh, you're a sly guy, you're a cool guy. Look at you.
So the Grass Crest is absorbing most of the damage. Oh, bad trade. The Hyper Armor is helping a lot. Yeah! Alright, and then the last one is the worst one. Big old titties. Oh, you're a cunt.
Oh, she's getting fancy on you.
Fuck you! Sorry. That made me really salty. You can see a statue of some Silver Knights in Guinevere there, sorry. Guinevere is the firstborn daughter of... Let me get my shame hat back on. Gwendolyn was the firstborn daughter of Gwyn. You know, she got big titties. She's apparently kind. goddess of sunlight as opposed to the sun. So like the light that it produces as opposed to the actual object in the sky.
I'm really upset I can't cosplay her.
Why not?
All that light, it would wash me out.
Yeah, I guess she is like a little tanned.
Yeah, she's actually like very tan. So like she looks like a sun goddess.
Yeah, you know.
And well, as tan in a European sense, without burning.
Yeah. All right.
That window's already broken when you get here, right?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how that's just another thing that reminds you, you are not the first one.
Oh, yeah, someone already broke that window.
Yeah. She's like, I'm gonna make Fromp so proud of me.
Like, you have to think about, is this the intended way you're supposed to get through Anor Londo?
I bet there's a big brave way to get through there. Like you coming through the front door. Your
Yeah.
sword shining.
Armor gleaming, kill like 1,000 orcs.
And then on like the third try, everyone just got tired. And they hired more people, and
Yeah.
then you had to get sneaky and try to get into different places, and now you're like a little rat on the rafters.
I am like a little rat. Bill Gates talked about it. Bill Gates a fuck, but, you know. He says that if you want something done, tell someone lazy to do it. Because they'll find something to get around it. Hey, you're an asshole. I don't know how that counted as a block, but sure. So if you're really cool...
Fuck. Yeah.
Fuck
that's
you,
cool.
dude. So if you're really cool, you can just run and sprint and jump to there. I used to be able to do it, but I don't have the practice anymore. So you'll see me do it the coward way.
Maybe I'll do like a like a dark Gwendolyn.
That'd be cool.
Like if you end up killing her,
Yeah.
so I can wear all dark.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Are these dudes?
I don't know. I kind of assume because they're like simping. I forget what's even down here. Is it this?
What game do you have to actually worry about your weapon breaking?
It's in DS2. DS2 has...
DS2 was made to bust your fucking balls because everyone came in from DS1 and they were like, "Oh yeah, I know what this is about. This is Dark Souls. I already mastered Dark Souls." I thought, what?
Absolutely, yeah. DS2 has a lot of things that are specifically put there to fuck with the player. So this is one of the fan favorite parts of Anor Londo, this big swirly elevator.
I want a Lego set of Anor Londo.
Oh, that'd be cool. So yeah, we can now no longer get to the top, but we could always go down a level, and now we can actually go down 2 levels. Another gargoyle, by the way. They only show up in 2s. Except for that one time when they showed up in 3 2s. Which is still 2s, but you know, it was a total of 6. But yes, now we have completely bypassed the need to go through that area. We've bypassed the need to go through... Pyromancy's so useful to have on, honestly. Yes, now we have a little checkpoint that can just take us back to wherever we were. We can also go further than we are supposed to. Down the critical path to the next objective. Hey, the Gargoyle Shield. It's okay. I believe it's a relatively high stability shield. guys. And then this thing will just pull it back to this level if you're ever stuck on this side of it. However, if you're stuck on that side of it, you just have to go through the fucking rafters again. It's kind of a nightmare, to be perfectly frank with you. It sucks. Sucks balls. Hey, we got some guys. So that door is closed. But this one's open, which means... Oh, God. Yes, do your jump. Good use of your action, bro. Yeah, this means that we can run past this. So, coming up is one of the most famous moments in Dark Souls. And that's not an exaggeration to say. And when I say Dark Souls, this door is fake. It doesn't actually go anywhere. When I say Dark Souls, I do not mean Dark Souls 1. I mean the franchise of Dark Souls, including Demon Souls, Sekiro, and Bloodborne. It's not these guys. These guys are cool. Yeah, I don't know why they're, like, here to attack you. Considering that, like, they just very kindly picked you up and carried you. Oh, there he goes. You'd think with those wings that they would fly, but it's a recurring problem that, like, enemies that have wings they will choose to not fly with them. Because they're too big to have a ragdoll left behind because it would fuck with the game. And I believe they also have too many limbs for it to play nice with the game. They just dissolve into, like, pace, like a boss would. But let it be known, they are permanent. They are not permanent kills, rather. But yes, that's not the moment. Coming up is the moment. This is so notorious. This right here. Okay, again, not these guys.
These dudes.
But these guys don't help. Those guys. Those are the Anor Londo archers. They just fucking shoot at you. And if you're trying to run and be quick, you have guys shooting at you from behind and guys shooting at you from in front.
Miyazaki apologized for this.
Yes, he did! This is a thing that
and
is...
then he added another one.
Yes, he did do that as well. This is a thing that is so notorious and egregious about Hidetaka Miyazaki. When in interviews for Dark Souls 3, he was talking about Anor Londo and talking about how, like, oh yeah, there's a city just like Anor Londo in Dark Souls 3. But you can, like, go in all the buildings. It's just like Anor Londo, but you can go through all of it. You know, it's the vision that I really wanted to pull off. And on the topic of it, they were like, what the fuck was up with the Anor Londo archers? And of course he knew exactly what they were talking about, because everyone knows. And, he apologized for the Anor Londo archers because they're too hard. And in Dark Souls 3, you run up an almost identical little catwalk spire on the building thing. And while you're running up it, two guys are shooting at you. And then a fucking third guy shows up to, like, the right or something, or to the left, it's off to the side, and also starts shooting at you. And it makes it worse. And, like, I could honestly talk about why the Anor Londo archers are fucked for, like, minutes. And I guess I'll have to, because the walk is kind of prodigious. The clouds look beautiful in this version. God damn. Anor Londo is so beautiful. And it's so important that you get here when you do. Because if this was the first area, I guarantee that this game would not be as popular as it is. Because so much of this game is looking at the devastation of the Undead Burg and, like, just how shitty and fucked up everything is. When you actually get here and you're like, oh my god, everything is beautiful. It's all, wow, oh my goodness. Like, the enemies are even, like, these big brass, like, golden gods. Like, wow. So yeah, those guys will throw lightning at you. And then these guys are shooting at you. So you have to very carefully avoid them. And so, first of all, it's a problem to even get up here. And then you have this tiny thing that your body doesn't actually fit on. So yes, this also is not a Black Knight. They are a nearly identical type called a Silver Knight. Oh, and the blood. The other one shot me in the back. You motherfucker. Comes a time in every man's life when you've got to put on the big fat boy armor. I think the Elite Knight set is actually the heaviest shit in my pack right now. I still have this fucking ring on. That's embarrassing. Alright, let's see here. So what we want is a high stability. The higher a shield's stability, and these aren't worth anything, the more damage you can soak up. Now, if we put a shield in this hand, we don't actually block. We just swing with it. But if we two-hand it... That's a fat roll, by the way. If we two-hand it, we can block. And if, for example, we were to have the fireball in our offhand, then we can quick swap and throw flames. So yes, we're big, heavy, tough boys now. I don't intend to be wearing this for long. I just want to fucking get through this. Under pain of death and God. Don't roll, don't roll. It's just slow. It's just slow. So you can see that the your run speed goes down as well. It's slower for you to get back up. Like, it feels like your stamina recharges slower. I don't know if it does in this game, but I know it can. You know, I really regret telling an enemy to suck my cunt when I was really mad, because now Kate's message is just burnt into the screen. It's just stuck there. I can't look away. And bear in mind that I see all the stream stuff just like everyone else does. See, look at that. It barely hurt. Ooh, lighting a fire in my butthole. Excuse me, everybody. Please, no, sirs. Go away. See, we've got to get up there. Then we've got to get around the little thing so these guys here can't throw lightning at me. Because that's a thing that people do. Oh, I'm so slow. I'm not used to it. Stop off. Why not? See, this is one of the most... Fuck me. Oh, not again! This is sort of painful. This sucks, man. And like every time that you have to start over, it's such a long walk. Like this is also one of the most painful walks in the game because honestly, there's another boss upcoming that is every problem that this has, but also much worse. But it's the boss, the Bed of Chaos. The Bed of Chaos is bad for a lot of reasons. For one, it's one of the things that wasn't finished, and so it actually wasn't tested properly, Miyazaki-san. But the issue with the Bed of Chaos is that it is one of the longest boss runs in the game. There's almost no shortcuts, and so if you're wearing heavy armor, and you have to have certain rings on to make the build work, you have to walk over a thing that will kill you unless you have the right rings on. So, every single time you die to the Bed of Chaos, you have to swap your rings, walk, swap your rings again, then walk some more. Where am I at? Swap your rings, walk. Yeah, so swap your rings, walk some more. That second walk is like 30 seconds. Not even, it's like a minute 30. It's really long. I lost all the souls from the gargoyles, too. Yeah, this one is just as bad. Girls are watching, and I'm now actually noticing it, but like, next time I should think about how long it actually takes, because I can see the timer going. Oh no, don't botch it, don't botch it. But yeah, it's a really long walk as well. It's like a minute or maybe even longer to get back to this point. But thank God and man, we're now inside another one of the buildings. And not only is there a bonfire right here, Solaire's here too.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you.
Oh? You would relish a chance to assist me?
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me. Pretend you didn't hear that.
Pretend you didn't hear that.
You really are. Oh no.
So he says that irrespective of gender. So, bisexual icon Solaire. One moment, everyone. I'm gonna go check on my stream. Ow! Just punched a wall. Let me just... There we go. What did I just kick? Oh. Just annihilated one of my cat's toys. So, this is actually something I wanted to talk about. And this Covenant screen was only added in this version of the game. Yes, this Covenant screen was only in this part of the game. But it basically allows you to check on your Covenants, see how it's going. So yeah, a lot of very nice things in here. Another Silver Knight. So, when you're actually fighting them like a human would, they're not so bad. Their spear is amazing. So, sunlight metals are just in that chest. Oh man, this is nice. Normally when I record I have to be sitting up straight in my chair, but like here I'm just fucking lounging in my couch. Also, Solaire being here implies that he probably got through Sen's Fortress, so that's another guy on the list. Tarkus, the Salesman, Siegvard, Big Hat Logan, Ricard. So this is there's a hidden wall in here, and for some reason, everyone always picks up on what it is as soon as they see it. See if you can tell, for those of you who have never seen it. Time's up. So yeah, we got a little room here. I'll do this one for fun. So yeah, that's what happens if a mimic grabs you. Depending on your health and the mimic, you can actually survive. Some of them won't kill you. But yes, I did in fact know that that was there. And you can actually do this to mimics, which is kind of interesting. Of course, we'll see when I get there, but let me get there first. First, you, sir. That reminds me, you're able to do something in this game. You can attack with your shield still up, see? Now, it's not necessarily fantastic. And I'm bouncing off of his shield, but yeah, you can attack with your shield up. Actually, I'm not sure if it's with this weapon, but with other spears you can. I just realized how gratifying it is for Dark Souls to not have minimum level requirements for things. Like, it has required stats, but you can acquire those at many different points in the game in many different ways. Excuse me, sir. Pop another one of these. Oh, thank you. I was just looking for you. Sucker. Bloop, bloop. So this is Poisonous Mist. It's a pyromancy. It allows you to create poison mist. That does not hurt you, but it will hurt creatures. So you can see that this thing is now poisoned, even though it hasn't woke up, because poison doesn't count. So, Dragon Tooth, Havel's Great Shield, Havel's Helm and Armor, Havel's Gauntlets and Leggings. It's tough. Helm worn by Havel the Rock's warriors. So that's interesting. Havel the Rock actually had a small army of people who all wore armor identical to him. Part of that is why the armor is so widespread, because you can find a lot of it all over the place. The other part is because it's an iconic character from Dark Souls 1. And the other part is because it's made of fucking rocks. It's not like it's going to rust. It's carved from solid rock. It's not even forged. Carved from solid rock, its tremendous weight is matched only by the defense it provides. Havel's warriors never flinched or retreated from battle. Those unfortunate enough to face them were inevitably beaten to a pulp. So this stuff is upgraded. The physical defense is 60. And this unupgraded has a physical defense of 92. And 105, almost 106 slash damage. And you can also see that it's very high on elemental defenses as well. Yes. Havel's gauntlets are really cool because you can see that they're actually wrapped in chains. So yeah, this is what Havel's wearing at all times. It's very heavy. That's why he needs the Havel ring. And even with this on, we're still only down to medium roll. And that's without his weapons. I have actually done a Havel cosplay build before. It's good, but it's annoying. So, this weapon, Dragon King Great Axe. We got this when we cut off the Gaping Dragon's tail. All dragon weapons can only be upgraded by Dragon Tooth. All dragon weapons can only be upgraded with a dragon scale. And dragon scales either spawn when you do online covenant stuff involving the Dragon Covenant, which I'm usually not a part of, and it's annoying to get to. Or you need to find them in the world, and they spawn rarely. Or you need to find them, you need to kill the drakes. You need to grind the drakes to get them. So the Dragon Tooth can only be upgraded with those. It's a very rare item, one of the rarest. That said, it's really good. And it's called a Dragon Tooth because you can see it's actually just a tooth. You see, it's a big fang. It's an incisor. Created from an everlasting Dragon Tooth, legendary great hammer of Havel the Rock. Dragon Tooth noble bright as it is harder than stone and grants the wielder resistance to magic and flame. So yeah, that's a unique attribute of this thing specifically. You can also see that it has 999 defense. Or 999 durability. But yes, while holding this thing, you actually are more resistant to fire and magic. Now, I can't use it because... it's so heavy. Yeah, it's very heavy. But yeah, this is what Havel's wearing. I have done a Havel the Rock cosplay build. It is fun. It's really cool to be that tanky and just eat everything to absorb all physical damage. Ah!
No, are you okay?
My wife just fucking scared the shit out of me. Why'd you do that?
I wanted to say baby check.
Ugh. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Happy New Year. Fuck God. Stop laughing at me. No, I couldn't.
I apologize.
It's on account of these noise-canceling headphones.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what mimics look like when they stand up to their full height and full potential.
Oh, that's what you did. That's what makes me scream.
And they can also do a big kick. So if you... Stop laughing at me. If you kill Mimic, you get the item that you would get if you were able to open them like a normal chest, or if you used a Lloyd Talisman. And the item in question there is the Occult Club. It's kind of odd. In other games, occult damage became dark damage. But in this game, it's one of the, like, weird, rare damage types. Stop laughing at me. It's more effective against gods. It does more damage to gods. Which is actually pretty interesting as to why it's next to Havel stuff, since Havel was supposedly a cleric and a warrior of the gods. Yep, there you go. So yeah, carrying poison mist on you is a really nice way to check for mimics. Does not open from the side. I think this one's a real fucking pants shitter. Oh no, this is a normal room. Okay, the pants shitter's later. I believe that's actually the path forward. So here you can see that this is an upcoming boss's trophy room. He's referred to as Dragon Slayer Ornstein. Hello, sir. Possibly Ornstein. There's very little pronunciation guides in DS1. That never really goes away, but, you know. Oh yeah, you can see it from here. That's the problem. It's a Titanite demon crammed into this room. Another hero soul. Another guy hollowed out in Anor Londo.
Can I be forgiven for my transgression?
Provisionally.
Okay.
Long room. So the way to actually tell mimics at a glance is to look at the little chain here. If it's long and snaky like this, it's a mimic. Whereas if it just, if it curls, it's not. However, you can also just swing. That works pretty much every time. Another guy with a Dragon Slayer Great Bow. Which, by the way, is what that called. Is a Dragon Slayer's Great Bow. Because those things aren't really meant for humans. That's why they're, like the medieval equivalent of a fucking tactical nuke. It's because they're built for dragon slaying. There's actually a couple of bows like it. So who's this guy? Miscellaneous Duke, you know? This could conceivably be one of the children at a very young age. As could this. Little grown up. That's art of Guinevere. You can see by me talking about her tatas was not understated. Ha! I'm all fucking jumpy now. Hate this. So many health bars on screen. Sarah, do you know how to clip something? So on Twitch, you can make a highlight yourself. It's called clipping. So if you wanted, you could isolate that.
I wouldn't want to embarrass you.
Yeah, sure. Is that why you attacked me on stream?
I just love you so much.
Yeah, I know. So that grab will allow him to chomp you.
I want to clip it and put it over your videos every minute. That's how I feel every
Silver coin.
Pure raw terror.
Night King Rendell. So it only does 3 damage per tick, and a tick is just the amount of time that like a game uses to measure character effects usually. It does 3 damage per tick, and it ticks only so many times, which is why if you allow it to work its magic the whole time, every time, poison can always be expected to do the same amount of damage, which is coming up soon. And I want to get it for posterity. Oh yeah, so if you try to do it now, this nothing happens. But we could also just switch and use another one of our spells. Okay, 666. So it goes like 111 times. No, 222. So this is Combustion. It's one of the more simple pyromancies. It's essentially Roy Mustang's little finger snap. It has to be used so close that it may as well be melee range. Gold coins, I think? Yeah. Allfather Lloyd, white halo shown on his face. Yada yada, blah blah blah. Dark Souls. So coming up is an annoying area, but not like absolutely miserable. See, having space to fight these guys, even the bow users, makes them doable. Pretty much no matter what. Hey! And he got here too. The window's open, which to me implies that he climbed in.
Whatever can be done.
But yeah, Onion Bro made it here too. You got all the warriors.
Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights?
Pretty much.
Don't be ashamed. There's the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together. This is quite a fix. We'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies. Quite a fix indeed. This is we'll need a.
So yeah, he's stuck in here and he's like, man, we're really. So yeah, just wake up, Silver Knight. So that little shield bash that they do is primarily to drain the player's stamina. I always have loved the roar that Silver Knights make when upon death. So hey, if you want to get some guy who won't come over to you to come over to you, try using an item. So now, instead of having to fight both of these guys at the same time, they come over and take their turns. I love how the knife is sticking out of his chest. There you go. Having a bow does the same thing, and certain spells as well. Combustion does not work for it. Demon Titanite. So here you can see some concept art that they use as like a painting, because those guys are about twice our size in the normal game, and here they're maybe about 5 times. That appears to be either the Painted World of Ariamis or the Kiln of the First Flame, both of which are later areas. Did you see that plank of wood that was stuck in my chest?
No.
Oh ho! What's on your mind, friend? Wait. You defeated those monsters?
My man.
Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Katarina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Yeah.
But be warned. Gallantry entails great risk. Next time, give me a chance to come up with a plan.
So the Tiny Being's Ring. Normally you can get this if you, yeah, Normally you can get this at character creation. If you don't, you get it here. Ancient Red Jewel, Tiny Red Jewel, rather. Small increase to HP. Rings grant powers large and small. Their discovery and effective use can make one's journey easier. So hey, look at that. We're here now. And yeah, so you can actually see him from out here, which I like. A little sneaky. Yes, as I said in chat, the stream will end when I get the Lord Vessel, so not just quite after I defeat the upcoming bosses, but after I talk to the lady in question. So yeah, having a lot of poise is very useful for moments like that where you just want to cheese through something. Now who is the big dick champ? It's me. It was never you. See a big old staircase. Yep. So now we're at the bottom of that trophy room. And hey, it's a Silver Knight. Come to fuck me in this staircase. If you have your sound up, you may be able to hear the Titanite demon breathing in there. I have not kindled that bonfire, so it's only giving me 5, or... Yeah, it's only giving me 5. He got little iframes on his get-up animation. That's why he didn't die. Giving the backstab on Silver Knights can sometimes be annoying because of the way that their back is bent during their attacks. Actually, this is stupid. See, now if I die, I'll just come right back here. Well, I love having a halberd, man. Silver Knight pants and gloves. Silver Knight chest and hat. Now where could this door lead? By the way, you can hold 99 humanity and each one is practically a full heal every time. That's kind of busted. Hey look, it leads right back here. So now we have a little shortcut. Ain't that nice? Yes it is. The shortcut. That guy will only aggro to you if you go up to him, and you only need to do it once to get the chests open. So if you join Gwendolyn's Covenant like I did, you fight people in Anor Londo. And so one time I chased a guy in here and let this dude run to me. Right. See, that's one of the things about Dark Souls 1, is that, like, even without all of the Estus, you can still hold 99 humanity. Each humanity is a full heal. Actually, you can hold 99 humanity and then 99 twin humanities. Now, granted, getting all of those is a problem. But it's not impossible. Pardon me, sir. We'll come back for him. So hey, it's that big open cathedral that we were in, or that we could see. There's two guys down there. Meanwhile, up here, we have more stuff. And a broken window. We'll come back to that. Then we'll come back to it in a few moments. So, like, don't remember that one like how I told you to remember the lake. We'll be right back with that one. Wow. Real pain train. So the boss is in there.
Wait, real quick before we get to the boss.
I'm not going there yet.
You can check.
I'm going to stop using my humanities and actually just go back and kindle the bonfire. Because I've got a level, which really just should go use it. Hey, it's a giant. He's not attacking me. He's in fact smithing, and I can talk to him. Weird, crazy. Maybe I should come talk to him after I finish playing this shithole out. Yeah, their health isn't huge. I really love that it adds up to 444 damage. Hey, look, it's that little door. And you open the little one, not the big one. That's a soul item over there. I thought the crystal halberd was around here somewhere. Maybe it's closer to Cease's place. Bye. Bye. Okay. I feel good about this progress. Did the first part of the forest? Did the first part of, we did all of Sen's Fortress, actually. Besides the dumb items that you have to drop in from the top room that are not worth it.
You didn't defeat the big, sneaky boy in the bottom of Sen's Fortress.
No. Again, that's another, right there, that's another fall where you, like, bounce around. So, hey, yeah, Dragon Slayer, great shit. This is the only one that is missing a spike, allowing you to drop through. Take too much damage for my liking, but whatever.
Who are you? Forge your weapons?
Yeah. So, he can make weapons into bigger weapons. You can make them into boss weapons, in fact. And you can also make them into the lightning equivalents. So this one will gain... It'll lose 220 damage physical. And it'll also lose the 55 damage from the scaling, so for a total of 777. But it'll gain all of it back in lightning damage. But it'll gain 121 points of lightning damage. But the thing is, some things are more or less resistant to lightning damage, so you're kind of fucked. So he also allows you to buy large shards and twinkling titanite.
This giant is probably one of my favorite characters in the game.
Oh, he's great. And he also sells the giant set. This is the best armor in the game. Made from ancient brass. It's really fucking heavy and big.
Tis no good, but forge very good. I help any time.
Yeah, that's all.
It's a really big difference between dwarfs and giants. The smaller you get, the more you want to talk.
Yeah. Alright. I could go kill the Titanite demon, but I don't have a great weapon for it. And I kind of just want to go kill the bosses, and then, there he is, yeah.
And Solaire.
Yes, I get it, Sarah. She said, she gasped and said my husband when she saw Solaire, and then she was like, and Solaire. Don't look at me like that, you look like a tomato. Alright. I'm gonna get that to 20... I'm gonna get that to 25, I think, and then leave it for a bit. This is 20k? Take it. And it doesn't show me the required souls in this game. Oh, wow. I overshot it. So if I get 6,000 souls... Big appreciable boost of damage, honestly. That's good. Alright, so we're human, so you know what that means. It's summoning time, boyos. What? Oh. I thought you were snorting it. Hilarious. Pardon me, sir.
Summoning time.
I've thought about that. I would want to get it, like, on the couch, though. Like, I would want to get it right next to me.
Yeah. I've been thinking about, I've been wondering how Paige and Pat.
Paige and Pat have a completely different setup. Paige doesn't use the PS4 streaming anymore. She actually used to. She did when she was playing Bloodborne.
I see. Interesting. Yeah, because like also it would give us a reason to dress up since all we've been wearing this year is PJs.
Pajamas, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it gets really easy to remember why people were so juiced to go places in the 1920s. When you remember that their 20s were also preceded by a pandemic that affected the entire world.
I just miss dressing up so much.
Yeah, think about that. That's why, like, Great Gatsby and all his Great Gatsby and all his friends put on a fucking three-piece suit to go to the fucking grocery store. Yeah, but you have a three-piece suit.
I do. I want a four-piece suit. I want to go extra hard.
Yeah, like imagine you have a four-piece suit and you're drinking the other 98% of milk. No.
Oh, please.
Kate's gonna get back up out of bed and we can't have that. There he is.
Wait, who is that?
What do you think?
Solaire?
Of course it is. Oh shit. So that's Wog. That's the Wrath of the Gods.
What?
It's called Wog. Because it's Wrath of God. It's a spell from Demon Souls. I know. Yeah, it's a spell from Demon Souls. It just is. It's a big body explosion. It lets you do the big body explosion that you see all the boss do. Humanity.
You're already human now.
Yeah.
You said it's good?
Yeah. It heals you in this game.
Fair enough. I forgot.
So yeah, these guys are actually semi-unique because all the other giants, cannot use miracles, whereas these ones can heal themselves and use Wrath of God for damage, making them into proper paladins.
The first game is my favorite.
Really?
Honestly. Oh no, the third game's
So they can rarely drop their, shields and halberds. The halberds are unimpressive. The shields have amazing stability.
If the third game had Solaire, perfect game.
And it's got Honorary of Astora. Remember that she, or he, depending on how, Honorary could have 2 different endings to their quest lines.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if this still works.
What's that thing you call it? All lateral movement at the top?
Yeah.
That's definitely what the games are, because 2 is definitely my least favorite. But I fucking love 2. No matter how much I
2 and Demon Souls suck, but, like, by comparison to the other ones only.
Then they're, like, compared to all the video games, hell yeah.
On their own, they're all, like, above 90%. Alright, so this is important.
Oh, this is Ornstein and Schmo.
Yeah. I love his little lion face. Because he's got so much of the headdress on top of it.
Schmo is obscene.
Well, he's actually a really... So, this is Ornstein and Smo. Executioner Smo and Dragon Slayer Ornstein. Smo is actually a really skinny guy in there. He's also a cannibal. Both of these are demigods.
A cannibal?
No, just Smo is. Because look at him. Also, it appears to be that, it appears that, Smo gains power from killing and or eating other people.
So, I always wondered if these guys, like,
Magni and Modi from Thor. Or, they're Thor's sons, but yeah, from God of War.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking sorry, those 2 weapons.
Agni and Rudra.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, in terms of dual bosses.
Well, my thought process was, can you do really clutch and kill them both at the same time? And the answer is probably no, because...
In this game?
Yeah.
You can do it.
No!
Yes, it is possible.
What happens?
The fight is just over. It depends on your time limit. So you can see here, Ornstein's hand actually twitches, implying that he's not dead.
Well, I played, Smoke.
Yeah, because Smo's fat and easy to fight.
But I should have killed, Ornstein first, because that big hammer sling was pretty good.
Yep. And now these 2 upgrade and combine into 1. Yep. Oh, that big shovel charge. See, again, in Dark Souls, like, the ability to drink Estus is, like, really, really overstated. Thank you, Solaire. So Solaire's amazing for that fight. Because he can tank shit, in Phase 1. And then keep the attention off of you. But yeah, so if you, kill Ornstein first, Smo takes Ornstein powers and gains lightning. And he gets, lightning butt ground pound. He gets his big lightning hammer. But if you kill Smo first, Ornstein actually takes Smo's power of being large, and becomes Ultra Ornstein becomes large.
After playing Bloodborne, I used to think this was so hard.
Yeah, you used to think that this is the hardest game in history, and it's like, oh, it's so fast, it's impossible. How could anyone play this? It's improbable. I dodged right into that. That was really stupid of me.
There's so many flashing things on the screen.
It's so interesting to look at. I'm like a fucking 4-year-old.
I'm like, there's so many things going on the screen. That much means it's so fast.
I've always thought Paw Patrol and Dark Souls should really have a crossover. I gotta get saved to drink. It's cool. Get back here, you fat fuck.
Yes!
Yeah, alright.
Good job, Alfred.
Soulless Mao, thank you. So this is something I really like. There's a really big fat elevator over here for really big fat guys. And then there's a tiny, tiny, tiny little human-sized demigod elevator over here for normal-sized people.
Aw, that's so accommodating.
Yeah, it honestly is. It's almost out of character considering how shitty Anor Londo is. So here we can see a notoriously empty statue. That's what Gwyn looks like. This is Gwyn. This is actually your first peek at Gwyn outside of the main cutscene, the opening cutscene. And then his beautiful daughter, Gwendolyn.
That's what my family would do for me if I didn't go to college.
That's what your family's doing for you right now. Are you crazy?
No, like they put a statue of me because I went to college.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
if I didn't go to college, empty.
I don't know. I think being the only one in your family with education means that they're tearing down your statue as we speak.
My grandma's great.
So let me see if we have this.
You don't like the bonbon?
Nah, not yet. Over here, there's an item that can spawn. But I believe I have... Yes, alright. One can obtain Lautrec's armor, the Embraced Armor of Favor, by letting his questline come to full fruition. I, however, kicked his ass off a cliff.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
I want to be extra sweaty when I meet her.
I already am.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, look at the sweat just radiate off of me. Oh.
That's what the middle of her breasts look like.
Big lady.
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen Undead. Come hither, child.
Come hither, she said. Oh, my dick. It's gonna fall off.
Daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight.
Like, I just want to get in there and nestle.
Build like a little home in there.
Yeah. Send my tax forms to Guinevere's breasts. You may now warp between bonfires.
Great chest ahead or something?
Amazing chest ahead.
Amazing chest ahead. I can't, like, does this woman have a face? Because
Yeah.
I've never looked at it.
Yeah.
And inheriteth the fire.
Inherit the fire.
Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight and avert further undead sacrifices.
Sure, I will.
You know, honestly, if I switch the colors for gold, I could get away with it.
Yeah. Like, look at how much physics.
Oh my god.
Like, let's talk about how horny Miyazaki is. Very. Like,
they're, like, straining to get out of there.
yeah, they're struggling to be free. And she's resting on this pillow. Is that even comfortable, bitch? You crazy. Like,
Wait, let's look at her nails. She got her nails did?
they are dead.
Ooh.
They are dead. She's not wearing clothes, just a bunch
Also,
of, like, tatters.
She's really tan.
She's very tan. I guess it would make sense considering if your name is the Daughter of Sunlight. You're next.
Can we get we need a big anime statue of her.
Yes, we do. But yeah, by the power of the Lord Vessel, we may now warp between bonfires and check this shit out. Warp? We can just go places. Shaboom.
All I wanna do is get into a giant woman.
Giant woman. And hey, look who it is. It's our friend.
Fancy meeting you here. Needed much from me up above.
Up above, meaning up there, because it is physically above Firelink Shrine.
The old book. Is that your doing?
Well, yes, it was good, buddy.
Yes, I knew it. It seemed like an unlikely coincidence. Well, am I fortunate? This light of Katarina thanks you sincerely. Please, take this as a token of my gratitude.
This is an amazing miracle. I'm not a miracle builder, so it's
There
worth it.
you are. I'll be heading down below shortly. There's nothing worthwhile up
Isn't the
above.
only time a miracle build is worth something isn't DS1?
Well, I don't have a miracle build is all, but yes, miracle builds are actually pretty kick-ass in this game. They're great in 2 as well, actually.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
There you are. I'll be heading. There's nothing. No worries.
So he's heading down below. In this case, he means Blighttown.
Further from the gods.
Yeah.
Unless those miracles work.
So yeah, despite the fact that the world is actually built for run around on foot, and there's a lot of things that like help to make that work. Yeah, you get the ability to teleport between bonfires, and it only comes up later, which makes you really appreciate it.
I think the playtesters saw that and they were like,
"Come on, Miyazaki! Look at how the pauldron here gets like stuck on my shield and has to like click into place."
"That's what my shoulder does every day."
Yeah, I've got bad shoulders. So yeah, Caboodles. And you. Octung, baby.
Did you show them the army of little dead men up here?
Yeah, you have to fight through them to get to the Gargs.
Gotcha.
So we are well
Acquainted with those tiny dead men.
well acquainted, yes. So yeah. That's basically it for the stream. Next time I'm going to go through the forest and beat the boss of that. And I'm also going to maybe do New Londo. Because there's a thing that I've never done before, and now is the time, because girls are watching. But holy shit. I might grind just to get enough faith to start using miracles, because honestly, why not? But yeah, that's basically Dark Souls, everyone. Sorry about the false start earlier. My internet just fucking crashed for some reason. But yeah, I've been Alfred, and Sarah's been here as my additional color commentary and producer.
Have a happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And then I have to turn it off, and it takes longer than you would think.